Just over your shoulder, just show it off,
Yeah, I think maybe yeah, probably.
Some
Should-
people think this is a championship belt, but this is like a little cooler, like it's like a little fanny pack, but the inside you can keep your drinks in there and keep them cold. So it's like one of those.
that's much better. Yes, that's a much better idea than what I did.
and and it's cheaper too. I think. No, actually, I got this one for free. I think one of my cousins gave it to me for like my birthday or something.
Yeah, that would have been better. That would
Yeah.
have been better.
It
Oh well.
just it just sucks because like I tried to take it with me to a WWE event one time, and they didn't let me in with it because it was like I guess it was too big. Because you
Really?
know how yeah, I guess some arenas have like weird rules when it comes to that. It has to have like it has to be like a see-through bag or whatever. So I was like, okay, so I can't take it with me, so I just keep it here for now. But
That is so weird.
yeah. Anyways,
Jesus.
welcome everybody. Welcome back to Snug Wrestling. Dayo is back, and
Ye.
we're getting closer to All In.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Dayo, I messaged you earlier. I was like, "Hey, man, it's almost about that time. Let's do some predictions." And you were like, "Oh shit, I didn't
Yes.
even realize it was coming up."
Yes. It's because we've been waiting for it for a while, right? So and there's a lot of stories that like go into it. So like I've had a bit of trouble like remembering that. Oh yeah, it's like a week. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be interesting.
I mean, you just been busy, huh? You've been doing a lot of things, so that's probably
That
why
too.
it
Yeah.
kind of crept up on you, right?
That too. Yeah. It's been interesting. Let me put it like that. It's been very interesting.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be coming up here in a bit, and it's pretty crazy because WWE is gonna be counter programming All In, not one but with two shows with AAA and NXT. I believe All In is gonna start maybe like 10 a.m. Pacific time, my time.
Mm.
AAA is going to start their show at 10 a.m. Or WWE is going to start the AAA show right at 10, followed by Heatwave NXT's PLE at noon. So that's going to be really interesting because I mean Sunday is going to be really busy for the wrestling fans. But
Yeah,
is
and I'm not
All
gonna
In?
be able to watch any of it until Monday.
Oh, okay, that's what I was going to ask. Was
Yeah.
because All In is the biggest show for AEW. If that was going to be one of the shows you were going to try to catch live as it's happening.
It's not looking good, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not looking good because 10 a.m. on your end is like what? Actually, I might be able to. If it's 10 a.m. on your side, that's like now. No.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I might be able to. I might be able to.
What time is it right now over there?
Right now it's quarter past 8. So yeah, I
Yeah.
might be. I might be able to catch that actually. Yeah,
I think it's going to start at 9 p.m. your time.
that works still. I can still do that. But it's also
Yeah.
like, oh god, because I know how long an AEW pay per view is. So, oh, that's gonna be rough. But yeah, we'll figure something out. If it's around like 9, I will definitely catch it. Definitely.
Yeah, if it starts at 9 at your time, then what put let's say it's like a 5 hour show. So what do we
Mm,
like 2 a.m.?
2 a.m.
It's
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll be rough, but it'll
Plus the press
be rough.
scrum, the 2 hour press scrum. You got to watch that too, Dio.
Oh man, that's 4 a.m. at that point, dog. Like,
No, I'm
let's be
kidding, dude.
guided, please.
I don't even watch the press scrums for the WWE PLEs, man. That's just
Mm,
doing too much, man.
I watched. I think I watched one like 2 years ago, and I was like, okay, I got the gist. No, I'm fine.
Yeah. I used to try to watch them too after AEW PLEs pay per views, but nah, bro. It's just,
Mm,
nah, I can't even do it. But as of right now, I looked up to see how many tickets they have sold for AEW as of right now, and they're at approximately 41,000 tickets at the Wembley, which is not bad, right?
Yeah, that's not bad at all. I think WrestleMania this year was 50,000 for both nights, like 50,000 each. So if they're doing 40,000 for one night, that's not bad at all.
No, they're doing and the setup for it I think is 45,000, so they expect to sell at least like 4 or 5,000 more tickets by the
Mm,
end of the by the time the show starts, which I think is very doable.
I agree.
Last year, All In was in Texas, and they did like around 22,000 tickets, but it wasn't like a fucking Wembley Stadium either. I
Yeah.
think the setup
Mm,
was like 20 some thousand. And then the last time they were in Wembley, which was 2024, I believe, they sold 50,000 tickets. So they're up there. They're
mm,
still hitting big numbers AEW, so that's cool to see, right?
100%. 100%. I'm glad too. Like as someone that like started watching them for like I want to say like episode one. Like that's pretty good. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think they can even reach the 50,000 this year as well. I don't see why not.
Mm,
But
I
for
think
some
they
reason,
pretty easily. Yeah, pretty easily. Especially since this is like the last week. I think they'll definitely hit that. I'll be surprised if they don't actually.
yeah, because like, well, this is according to Google. The current setup capacity is 45,000, but I'm like, if they did 50,000 2 years ago, why not just make it a
Mm,
50,000 capacity, right? But I guess we'll see when it comes to that. Especially with everything that's happening in AEW right now. But first, really quick, Dio, I want to get your thoughts on something before we get into the card for All In.
mm,
And please forgive the pun, but if Dio, if Ilya Dragunov gets released by the WWE,
mm.
as an AEW fan, would you like to see Ilya Dragunov go to AEW, and why?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think I haven't seen. I saw a bit of Ilya Dragunov when he was in NXT, especially when he was going up against Gunther, Walter, and even in his matches in SmackDown, especially that series with Carmelo Hayes, gas,
Mm-hmm.
like gas. So I can just imagine the kind of matches that he would have in an environment like AEW, where they're a bit more gritty. Like I'm 100% looking for, like if he can, I would love to see him in AEW 100%.
That's an excellent point, and I actually didn't even think about it like that. You're right, because Ilya Dragunov, man, he's a hard hitter,
Mm-hmm.
and he can go crazy in AEW. He can really let loose over there compared
I'm
to
thinking
like a
like
WWE.
Ilya versus like Tommaso Ciampa would be gas. Ilya versus even Jericho would be gas. Ilya versus a lot of people would be. Ilya versus Takeshita, Okada, Pac, Claudio,
Kyle
Mox,
Fletcher.
Carl Fletcher, Bandito, Swear. Oh my, bro, bro,
Yeah, he could do some
easy.
crazy things with Swerve. I'm willing to bet.
Oh,
Yeah.
even Samoa Joe when he comes back. That would what? Ilya and Samoa
Oh
Joe.
man.
Oh my days. It would
All
feed
right.
families. It would
You
feed
convinced
families
me,
for
bro.
generations.
All right, I'm sold. I want to see Ilya Dragunov go to AEW now.
Gosh.
Because at first I was like, oh man. And then my mind just goes to, well, what happened to like the Hurt Syndicate, right? Like where are they now? And it's like, do I
Mm.
want to see Ilya go to AEW just so he can just be disappeared like a ghost from TV? No, but you're right, man. They can probably do some good shit with him over there.
And the thing is, like, even if they have him on like a limited run, just so that he can put like a bunch of banger matches out there, I think a lot of people would be happy with that too. Like, he shows up, he has like maybe a year or 2 years of just banger after banger, and then he goes somewhere else. I think a lot of people would still appreciate that too. Obviously, we'd like to keep like Ilya, someone like Ilya, like on TV as much as possible. But also, even though like I'm a huge fan of AEW, I still understand the fact that AEW has a very stacked roster, and like not everybody can be on the card at the same time. So
Mhm.
if he's taking someone's place, at least if it's for temporary, I'm okay with that. If it's long term, then we have to see like who is getting shuffled out for him to be there, that kind of thing.
Right. Good point. All right, so I have the match card for All In, Dio.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the main event, which is Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Now, I saw some of the things that happened on the last episode of Dynamite. There's one more Dynamite left before All In, and also Collision. I feel like Collision. There's a lot of stuff happening in Collision as well for, the build up for All In.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of walk me through what's been happening here with Kenny and Will, because Kenny Omega, he beat up Will Ospreay. I believe he put him through a table this past Wednesday.
Yes.
So Kenny Omega is a straight heel now, or is that kind of like still a big question?
I think he's leaning more heel than he was like a week or two ago. I think with especially this past week, there was just something a bit different. He was a bit more manic than he normally is.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's definitely. I don't know if he's fully healed, but he's definitely heelish. He's like he's as close to being a heel as you can without being like a full on heel. Like if he comes
Okay.
on Dynamite next Wednesday and he's like, oh, I don't know what went over me, spirit of competition, blah 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 blah. Then I would say, okay, yeah, he's in between. But like for right now, I mean, he's pretty much you don't put someone through a table with your finisher, like, and then laugh about it. Look deep into the camera with your crazy eyes and laugh about it, like, and still remain a face. Like, I don't know how you do that, but
Yeah, especially if this is like an old buddy of yours, right? One of the biggest baby faces in the company. You can't
yep,
just do that and just expect to be forgiven just off the
exactly,
bat, right?
exactly. Nah, Osprey's coming for blood.
Okay. Yeah, I like that they did that because I feel like that's going to make Will Ospreay the favorite because it is his hometown, right? Instead of having, oh, we love Kenny, oh, but we also love Will. It's like
Yeah,
now we want to see Will win it, right?
yeah, yeah. I think that was a good idea too because it was still a bit split. I think.
So, do you think this is just going to be a straight one-on-one, no shenanigans, no funny business, or do you think I don't know, we'll see someone show up during this main event at All In?
I don't think so. Honestly, I think it's going to be pretty like straightforward one on one. I can't really think of who would make sense to interfere because they have all the history that they have, and it's very well documented. Um, but I can't like the Don Callis family doesn't really strike me as no. I think it's gonna be one on one. I think it's gonna be one on one. I think they can unless maybe MJF, maybe, but I
Mm.
don't see what. No, there's no reason for him to do that either. Like he already has. No, there's no. Nah, I don't see anybody doing that. No,
What about those freaking bastards from the Death Riders?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think ever since like Osprey like distanced himself at the last pay per view, I think it's pretty much like they're pretty much done with him. Like they haven't really intersected too much. Also, because Mox is preoccupied with the Continental tournament. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to talk to you about too. Will the Continental Cup, but we'll get there when we
Mm-hmm.
get there. Um, so this has got to be the year for Will Osprey. I'm hoping, or do you think they'll swerve us and make us wait an entire like a whole year more, kind of like what they did with Cody over there in WWE?
No, I don't think so. Or at least, okay, let me say it like this. Um, if they do, I'd be surprised. Um, I don't think so. I can't imagine. I can't imagine them doing that. That's just absolutely because you have to remember, like even when they did it with Cody, we were all like, that doesn't make. Why would you do this? And then immediately he went into the feud with like Lesnar, and then we were like, okay, sure, whatever. I don't see them doing that with Will this time around. I think Will takes this one like pretty straightforward. I think it's clean too, because then I think it gives Kenny time to like just chill out, relax. He did the thing that he wanted to do. He won the championship one more time. So yeah, I think that just closes the book on that once and for all.
But if Kenny won, the people would turn on him. The
No,
people would be pissed.
riots. They would need to like get like extra security for it. Like it is not that press conference is going to be turned upside down. Like
Hmm.
I don't know how. Oh, I don't know how they're gonna do that. I don't know how they. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think they'll do it, but like if they did, whoa.
Talk about controversial, dude. I kind of want to see Kenny Omega win, bro. If I'm being honest, they could shake some feathers with that one, bro.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on the fence.
Yeah, this one's gonna be good. All right. Do you think this one is gonna be good? The AEW Women's World Championship. The current champion is Willow Nightingale, and she's going up against Mercedes Moné, the CEO.
I think that's gonna be really good. Actually, I think they had the last time they fought was for the TBS Championship, or at least the last time they fought for the TBS Championship. That was a banger match, and so I assume that this is going to be just like that, and that is going to be a banger as well.
Mhm.
I don't know who wins though. That's my thing. I don't know who wins because I could 100% see Willow beating Mercedes and like going on to be champion, to continue being champion rather. But at the same time, like the prospect of Mercedes Moné beating Willow at Wembley when everyone thinks Willow is like a shoe-in to win
Mhm.
is just, for lack of a better word, delicious. Like, I can't, I can't. The prospect of her just winning and then just, especially since she's never won that title before, it's just right there. And then, mm,
I get it, bro.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, in theory, it makes sense. Like Mercedes Monet is the bigger known name worldwide compared to like a Willow Nightingale, right? So
Yes, yes,
for Mercedes Monet to become the main champion in the women's division, it just makes sense on paper.
it does. It does.
Uh,
Even off paper, as a matter of fact, it does. It really does. Like she's had a pretty good. She has a pretty good amount of momentum as well because I mean she won the Owen Hart Cup, right?
yeah,
So it's like it's a nice little bow on like her thing if she wins, but at the
right.
same time, like Willow beating her is also a nice little bow on Willow's end. So
Yeah,
like I don't, but Willow's beating her before, so it's like
yeah,
it's okay. They can like Mercedes can take this and they can run it back in future. Blah 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 blah. I
yeah,
don't
man.
know. I don't know. I don't think I'll be mad if either person wins. I think it's the same
I
thing with like Kenny and Ospreay, where whoever wins, I'm seated. I don't really give a fuck.
right. I will be mad if Mercedes Monet wins. I'll
Really,
be, I'll be upset, Dio. Like,
really.
yeah. So I felt like there was that time where Mercedes Monet had like 37 championships and she would walk out with him all the time. I think I've had enough of seeing Mercedes walk around with championship belts for like the next 4 or 5 years because I've seen it so many times.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I can see why you would say so. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
But I mean, yeah, I would like to see Willow win because Willow's great. Everyone loves her. How can you hate on Willow, right? Um but like you just said, man, Mercedes Monet as the champion just makes sense in some odd way, man. It just does. So Yeah, this one's going to be interesting for sure. All right, Daya, let's go on to the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. A lot of people were saying that this was a dream match. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus the Young Bucks. I don't know if I asked you this, but would you consider this a dream match for you?
In a lot of ways, yeah, in a lot of ways. Um, I the next deep dive that I plan to do for social media was supposed to be Edge and Christian in that TLC match with the Dudleys and the Hardys. And so I've watched the match recently, and I could easily see how that match could influence a young Nick and Matt Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And so to now step aside from that and come back here and see that they're about to go head to head for the tag team championship is crazy on so many different levels. It's definitely a dream match, and there's a bunch of reasons why, but just that little connection alone is pretty sizable.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see that deep dive that you do because I want to get behind this match. I want to be more excited about it, but just right now, I'm not. I mean, I again, there's one more dynamite left, so I'm hoping that they do something here, and just see what the Young Bucks have to say to kind of just make this match more interesting. What's so have they cut any promos on each other recently or anything like that that's worth
N-
mentioning?
Nothing too crazy. There was a backstage segment where Cope kind of said it that, oh, I've been doing this since before y'all were born, more or less.
Yeah.
So that was like it. I think, and that's one criticism about AEW in general is a lot of times the story isn't strong if the match is like it's expected to be a high quality match.
Yeah.
AEW tends to rely on the fact that you want to see this match, and so the story isn't really that strong as such.
Right.
But I think the foundational thing of I don't think they've cut that many promos, but I think the foundational thing of oh, it's then versus now kind of thing is pretty strong. Um,
Okay.
but apart from that, like it's not like it's another tag team match,
Yeah.
And I worry that the Young Bucks are going to do their Young Bucks thing in this match, where it's
Hmm.
like a spot fest. Um, but it's always entertaining to see. It's just I'm hoping for something a bit more grounded, kind of like what we saw at Redemption.
Yeah.
Um, but we'll see. Hi, you wanna? Okay, all right.
Hello. We got a special guest in the building.
Okay.
Dayo's kitty.
Yep. You wanna?
Um
Okay.
yeah, see, that's kind of interesting. I hate to nitpick and break this thing down, but like if they're trying to tell the story like then versus now, I mean the Bucks are in their 40s and Adam Copeland and Christian Cage are what early 50s.
Yeah.
So if they're trying to tell that story like, "Oh, we're the veterans and we've been doing this before you were born," they're only like 10 years apart.
True. True. True.
Like I know they're called the Young Bucks, but
Yes.
they ain't
Yes.
really
Yeah.
that young.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, there's levels to it, right? Like Edge and Christian is that's a dynasty at this point. Like
Mhm.
off name alone, they go pretty far. The Young Bucks, not so much. If you're not an indie person, if you've never watched indie, like I've only heard about up until I started watching AEW, I'd only heard the Young Bucks like maybe 3-4 times tops in my entire life. So you're right. You know, realistically, it's two veteran teams going up against one another. But for the sake of
Storytelling.
styles, I guess AEW
Uh,
versus legacy WWE guys, I can let them get away with it.
yeah.
I can
No,
let them get
yeah.
away with it. But it's like I said, like I think everybody already knows that this match is something that people have been looking forward to, and I think a lot of people already know like that is going to be a pretty good match.
Mhm.
And so they don't really need to do more than just, oh, you guys are old and we are young, even though they're not that much younger. But because everybody already understands that it's going to be a good match, like it doesn't matter. It
Right.
doesn't matter. But it does, and just to tie this up properly, it does lead to what you're talking about, where like there isn't really any fanfare for this match as such, outside of the fact that it's happening. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting a banger match, but like you're entirely right to be a little like, what's going on?
Yeah. 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 Right on. All right. This one's going to be crazy because it's the AEW International Championship and it's going to be defended in a triple threat match. Kyle
Ooh,
Fletcher,
ooh,
Takeshita, and Okada. Now, Takeshita was a former Don Callis family member. He's out
yes.
now. He's gone babyface since then, I believe it's safe to say. Kyle Fletcher and Okada are still part of the same faction, but they've been having like this weird tension between them for a long time. And they're gonna get in the ring together finally. Um yeah, this is gonna be just Kyle. I've seen the matches with Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita, which have been insane, right? But you throw Okada in that mix now, and what do you get, Dio? What do you get?
Match of the night. You get match of the night. What are you talking about? What? Takeshita, Okada, Fletcher. You get match of the night. Forget it. Like it's not even. I'm not even gonna. I'm not. I don't need to say anything else. I'm not gonna say nothing else. It's fine. That's it. Done. I don't even care who wins. I don't even care who wins.
It would be crazy if Okada wins because
True.
that is not going to sit well with Kyle Fletcher and the Don Callis family.
This is very true. Yes, there is. There is. Okay, I'm being hyperbolic. I do care who wins. Anybody but Fletcher.
Wow. Why
Literally
is that?
anybody but Fletcher. Because if Okada wins, we have the story of Fletcher feeling like he's second best. Fletcher
Mhm.
feeling like, depending on how it goes, that he was cheated, that it's bullshit, that he had to do that, yada, yada, yada. Cry me a river.
Right.
If Takeshita wins, it's the same thing, right? But the tension is now localized to just the Don Callis family members, and Takeshita can go and fight somebody else while they do this whole family drama thing, right?
Yeah.
And if Fletcher retains, that doesn't really do anything for anybody at all. that's my
You're
thing.
right,
It doesn't really
dude.
do nothing for like he just wins and that's it. Okay, great. Now what? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so I'm hoping
I get
anybody but
it.
Fletcher.
I get it. And I'm on the same boat with you because as much as I love Fletcher, I would like to see him win. But also, here's my thing. When is Fletcher going to go after the big one? And if he wins, if he retains this international championship, then I don't think he's going to go after that. I want to see Fletcher get it. I mean, he doesn't have to leave the Don Callis family, but step up to the Kenny Omegas and the MJFs and all that.
Bold prediction, really bold prediction. Fletcher and Ospreay is probably going to headline All In next year. Probably. I don't know
Yes.
how we're going to get there, but especially because they have all that history from before,
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if that is the main event for next year. I would not be surprised.
Very bold, but I love it. I would love to see that. I would love to see Kyle Fletcher step up to the main title scene. Yeah,
Sorry, give me a
Kitty
second.
agrees.
Give me a
Yeah,
second.
yeah,
Hey, hey, hey. Give me.
yeah. You're good.
Hey, both of you, get up, please, please. I'm trying to conduct a conversation here, and you're being shouty. Stop it. Get out. You too. You too. Yeah, get 3 cats, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Lies.
Holy three, huh?
Lies.
They just
Two
be
of them are
fighting.
ginger, too. Two of them are ginger.
They just be fighting each other all the time.
Yeah, they do. They do. But here's what it is. They're not lonely, at least.
That's what's up, dude. Um, yeah, it looks like they were having their own triple threat match going on
A
over
little bit,
there.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So, damn, that is a bold prediction, man, but a very, very good one.
I'll be surprised if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, let's see that. Book it, Tony.
Book it,
All right,
Tony.
from one championship to another one, the AEW TNT Championship. Oh, this is going to be a false count anywhere match. So they're going to be
Mm,
fighting all over the place.
Darby and
Kevin
Kevin
Knight.
Knight, yeah.
I did see that Darby Allin was stretchered out on the last episode of AEW Dynamite. So, I mean, it is Darby Allin. This dude is like, you can freaking put a grenade in his freaking pocket and he'll still survive, right?
He'll be
But
fine. He'll shrug it off.
yeah, one would think Darby Allin might not go into this match 100%, right?
I think that's the story they're going to tell, but I think he's probably going to win
Hmm.
so that they'll move Kevin Knight onto a different championship. I don't know which one. Um, maybe the international. The thing is, I don't know what the hierarchy. This is a separate conversation entirely. Apart from like the AEW championship, I don't know what the hierarchy is for the other titles that exist, which I think is fine. But I'm used to there being a defined hierarchy.
Right.
So yeah, if he's off TNT, if he's off the TNT championship, he can go for another championship. He can explore tag team even. Kevin Knight is really good. So he can go just about anywhere and he'll be fine. But I think Darby takes this one. It's false count anywhere though.
Mm-hmm.
There's Don Callis members who don't have a match.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
No
Darby
rules.
Allin's pretty much been murdered this week. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a hard match to watch, dude, because it's Darby Allin, and you don't
yep,
know what the hell he's gonna come
yep,
up with.
yep, yep. I mean, the last time we talked about Darby like extensively, we were talking about that match with MJF, where he dove off the stage and missed MJF
Oh yeah.
and went through a
Mm-hmm.
table.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be gnarly, man. I wanna say that the TNT Championship is like the second belt after the main one because it was like
The
just
second one that was put in
historically,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
fair,
like the oldest one, right?
fair. Yeah,
And then after that, that's when all the other belts started being created, like the Continental belt and the National, International, and all that. There's just a lot of belts. I don't really think they have a hierarchy, to be honest, but I think the main ones have to be the TNT and the AEW World Title.
which honestly, now that I think about it, I kind of love because I think when you have a defined hierarchy, the way you have like the championship, then intercontinental, et cetera, it's kind of mid card is a thing that exists, and you get people who are like defined as mid card, but when there's no hierarchy, even though we know that these guys are technically the mid card, it doesn't really
Yeah.
feel mid cardy, at least to me anyway. Um, except for I guess all the ones after anyway, there's a different conversation. All the ones after TNT are probably mid card, but even TNT
Yeah.
itself is probably mid card as well. But I'm getting ignore me. I'm on a tangent. Leave me alone.
No, it's a good question. It's a good topic. I wonder how fans feel about that too. Like, how would they place them in order as far as like, like you said, the hierarchy? Which one is more important compared to like I don't know the international or the TNT or the continental and the national, or it
It's
is
so
interesting.
it's dense. It's so dense. I think the Continental is probably tied with the TNT, just because to get the Continental you have to go through like a whole tournament, and even now they're doing the Continental Cup, which is just a way of shaking up the fact that Moxley is essentially supposed to hold the title until December. Um, yeah, I agree with you. I think that would be interesting to see what other people think about where all these other different titles sit in, like if they had to create a hierarchy, where would these other titles sit? Because you've had people like Ricochet, who is fantastic, and he's won the national championship. Jack Perry has also won the national championship. So you would think that, oh, that's pretty high up in the quote unquote hierarchy, but also it doesn't really feel, it doesn't look like it actually. But yeah. Neither here or there. But yeah, I think that'll be cool to figure out what that is, to see what other people think about that.
Do you think that would be a good topic for one of your deep dives, or?
I think so.
Looking forward to it.
As a matter of
If you
fact,
decide to do it.
I know I'm writing it down right now. Forget about it.
That would be interesting to learn about.
Maybe I'll do that before the TLC one. Yeah, because that'll be quicker. Let's see. Yeah, I like that.
So we got Darby Allin to win this one, and we get a new TNT championship, is what we're hoping for.
Yes, that is what we're hoping for. Or Jet can win it,
then.
But I don't know what they do with Darby Allin after Jet wins it. That's my only thing.
You know what's crazy? When it comes to Kevin Knight, the TNT champion, he got an AEW world title shot before Kyle Fletcher. I don't think Kyle Fletcher has ever challenged for the main belt, at least not yet.
I'll need to do research. I don't. I feel like he has. I
want to say Kyle Fletcher has too, like at one point, like probably like in a random Dynamite or something. And
yeah,
obviously he didn't win, but
was he TNT? I think it was TNT champion, and he fought somebody.
That sounds right. I could be wrong. I would look it up, but I don't feel like doing that right now. But it was just a thought that just came to my mind. All right, AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship, Megan Bayne and Lena Cross, Divine Dominion versus the Brawling Birds. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor are they got the home field advantage on this one. I'm gonna go with the hometown hero pop and new AEW Women's Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, I think it's I don't think there's much to say about that. I'm pretty sure that's I think that's what they've been building up to for the past few months. So yeah, and it doesn't hurt anybody either. Like, give them the pop, let everybody be happy. Yeah.
Okay.
But also they're good. Like, it's not like they're just giving it to them because it's your hometown. They're good. Like, they're good together. I would never have put those two together. It would never have crossed my mind. So the fact that not only are they together, but they're actually pretty good as well is, yeah. So, give them the championship. I don't see why not.
Yeah. And for me personally, I would much rather see more matches with Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor than the other two.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
All right, let's go to the 21-man casino gauntlet match. And this is a gauntlet match, so this is going to start off with two people, and then over time, one more person runs out, and then another one, and so on and so forth, right? And it's going to be 21 guys.
21 guys, Jesus.
And so far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names officially named already, which Andrade El Idolo, I believe he won his match. He won some type of match to be number 1.
The qualifier, yeah.
Which is, that doesn't really sound like a reward to me. Like, why would you have to win a match to be number 1? Or maybe it was, hey, if you win this match, you get to be in it, but you have to be the first one, right? So we have Andrade, we have MJF, we have Tommaso Ciampa, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Nick Wayne. Oh, and Commander as well. Those are the official 6. And because this is a 21-man casino gauntlet match, this is usually when we get big surprise returns and unexpected appearances. Like I believe in the past we've seen like Leo Rush show up and just a bunch of unexpected names, right?
I think even MJF was with them. Was one of the people who showed up
Mm-hmm.
at some point. I think so.
So I think that's a major reason why they don't announce all the names, because we might get some surprises here. Are there any guesses or any predictions you have of who else we could see part of this gauntlet match, or someone that you would like to see?
I want to see Joe. I haven't seen Samoa Joe in a while, so I'd like to see Samoa Joe. I wouldn't mind. Man, there's so many people. I wouldn't mind. Okay, Samoa Joe, right? Karrion Kross, Malachi Black. Even if he's gonna get eliminated, let him show up. Ilya, obviously, but Ilya isn't even like free to do his thing yet, so it is what it is. I think those 4 are like top of the mind. That's immediately where mine goes.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other people. Like I'm sure there's other people, but I think if they've been away for this long and they haven't been top of the mind, that's probably a good thing, because then it means when they come back, I'm going to be like, oh my God, wow. Kind of like what they did with Kevin Owens. When Kevin Owens came out, I didn't even recognize his entrance music.
It's been that long, huh?
Yeah, and so that was like, okay, yeah, I popped for that when that happened. But yeah, if I can see Karrion Kross, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that, let me be clear. I don't think that's gonna happen. But if it could,
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm probably Samoa Joe, probably. Or who else? I'm trying to think, who does Andrade have like beef with? I can't think of anybody.
Yeah.
Who does MJF have beef with that we haven't seen in a while?
Well, I think one of the guys that usually gets a really, really good crowd reaction every time he shows up in AEW is Místico. And you can say Místico does have a lot of history with Andrade and also a lot of history with MJF.
With MJF. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Místico could work. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the fun of these things anyway. You never know who's going to come back.
Yeah. And is this gauntlet match, is this a ladder match? Do they have to like climb up and get the thing, or no, or is that something different?
That's something different.
Okay.
I think this one is just a battle royale.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, that's fun. I'm looking forward to that one. It's cool to see like who can pop up during one of these things. Now, regardless of who shows up, Dayo, the thing that's happening with Andrade and MJF seem to be the major focus in this entire thing. Andrade still has MJF's ring, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
MJF, who's like the top star, one of the top stars in AEW, is claiming that he's going to win it. But what do you think? Do you think either of these guys could actually win it? And if so, who would you like to see win?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. There's a bunch of different ways it could play out, and I don't know which is best. Honestly, I give my opinions on these things. I never think that this is like the best thing to do, but like in this particular scenario, I do not know what is best, like at all. Like I am so divorced from. There's so many different ways. Like we could have someone that comes back and wins it, and that's like huge, depending on who it is. We could have MJF win it, and he's just like, okay, fast track. We're going after the championship. But then if Ospreay wins that, I can't imagine that Ospreay is going to drop the title to MJF. So I'm like, I don't necessarily want to see that happen either. Andrade could.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't imagine that they're going to give Andrade all this momentum for him to now lose to Ospreay or Omega, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. That's true, man. I would like to see Andrade win so he can get a title shot, but then that means he would have to go up against either Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. And if that's the case, then that's kind of rough. But yeah, I mean, I love MJF, but we've already seen multiple title reigns with MJF, and I always thought that he was going to be the main event of All In this year. That's not the case. So I'm like, I don't need to see. I don't feel like I need to see MJF as world champion again at this point. At this point, I would like to see someone like Andrade go after it, someone different and someone new. Um, so I'm gonna go with Andrade to win this one.
I'm, yeah, I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that. You're right. I wouldn't hate that. But also, now that I'm thinking about it, if MJF wins and then he costs Ospreay the championship so he can fight Omega, who he's beaten before.
Oh shit! Like he can do that, right?
He could.
If he wins it, he can insert himself in that match.
He could. And even if he doesn't, like he can just literally screw over Ospreay because Ospreay screwed him over the last time. And then
oh fuck. All right, I'm changing my prediction then in that case. Hell yeah.
Like even if he loses after that, I'm okay. Just like it's right
there. That would be fucking madness. That is, yeah, bro. That's insane. Damn it, dog. This is good shit, dude. See, I was literally thinking, okay, maybe I should just watch NXT Heatwave and then I'll watch All In later. Oh, man, it's going to be a tough choice, man. It's going to be a tough choice.
Also, side thing, is Heatwave, should I watch Heatwave?
I don't think so.
No?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch it because I've been watching NXT every week. But I feel like if you're not fully invested in the show, it's going to be kind of hard to get into some of these matches. Because how can I explain it? NXT is very kind of like AEW. It has like its own very like niche audience, I feel like. Like if you just go into NXT cold without knowing what's going on or who it is or nothing like that, it's kind of hard to get into.
Are the matches good? I guess that's my thing. Are the matches good?
The matches, as far as like the athleticism and the excitement, they are a lot better than main roster matches. Like, because a lot of the guys are younger, they're hungrier, and a lot of high flying stuff. And it's kind of more like the type of matches that they have at AEW where it's like high pace and crazy all over the place. So in that sense, yes, the matches are really good. But even talking to some of like my friends that watch main roster WWE, they're like, I'm only going to watch NXT for Zilla Fatu, basically. So I'm into it. I love NXT. But would I recommend it? Yes, I would recommend it. But you might be sitting there like, yeah, maybe, yeah. What's happening here?
Okay. That's fair.
I know I gave you like a long-winded answer, but I don't know. Does that kind of give you a better idea?
Yeah, no, it does. My thing is just like I see a lot of people talking about NXT. Like I see you and Blood talk about NXT, for example, and I have no context.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, maybe I should check it out because it's like what, an hour and a half?
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah. So I can do
Yeah.
2 hours in like the middle of the week at some point, watch it, and then
Yeah.
just be caught up. And especially since like I haven't watched NXT since like 2.0.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah. See, when we first started covering NXT, it was hard for me to get into it. I really
mm,
didn't like it. I was just doing it, just for the sake of making content.
mm,
And then after a while, after a few weeks, I started getting more invested. I was more I understood the storylines and the characters that they were trying to showcase, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh, okay. Then I started seeing, okay, what they're doing. I like this guy for this reason, and
mm,
guys that like I would never really be into, I got into. Like
mm.
they made me care for it, but again, it took a while of watching it. And if it was just on my own free will, I wouldn't have kept watching. But because of the podcast, I kept watching it, and now I love it. Now I'm into it, Now I have to watch it now all the time. So it's kind of funny how that works.
No, I like.
Y-
I'll check it out just to see. Like if it hits me, I'll be a bit patient with it as well because I understand that like I'm jumping in like halfway through a lot of stories.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just because I don't watch main roster that often anymore, or
yeah,
as enthusiastically as I used to, I'm like, okay, let's
yeah,
find something else to go alongside AEW. But
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I'll check it out. If it hooks
yeah,
me, it hooks me. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul. I'll
yeah.
stick to
And
my
if
dynamite on my collision, and I'm good.
yeah, yeah, hopefully it does hook you, man. And then that way, we can talk about those NXT as well.
Gang.
Yeah. All right, Dio, let's get back into AEW stuff.
Yes, sir.
What's happening with this AEW Continental Championship? It's a cup, it's a tournament, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
there's going to be a final at All In, but the finalist is not determined. Where are they with this thing right now?
I don't remember the exact bracket, but we had the mini story of like the conglomeration kind of not falling apart, but they're fighting each other for a spot. I think I can't remember if Eddie Kingston is still in because I haven't seen Collision yet, like this week,
I
and
saw something
I missed it last
that
week as well.
Tony Khan said Eddie Kingston was injured and can't compete.
Ooh, ooh, that's tough.
I
That's
also
tough.
saw Nigel McGuinness, I believe, who's still in this tournament, it also has some type of injury. I
Yeah,
think his
he
ankle or
wrestled
something like
through it.
that.
He wrestled through it against I think it was Hechicero on Wednesday. That was a pretty good match actually. I thought he was gonna lose, but he won. So maybe he's like the dark horse for this cup. Yeah, yeah. We're just gonna have to wait and see. My issue with the issue, quote unquote, is I'm very much a story guy, and so if the last two folk do not have some kind of story, it's going to be a little bit harder for me to get into it, depending on who
Yeah.
they are. But I assume Moxley is going to be one of them, just because he's the one that has the Continental Championship right now.
Okay.
I was hoping Eddie Kingston would be on the other side of it because story they were friends a while back. They probably still are. Um, if not, then I don't necessarily know who I want to see opposite
Hmm.
Have
Okay.
assuming Mox gets to the end. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I think considering it's next week, I have to keep reminding myself that All In is next week. We should have like the final bracket for that by Wednesday, I think, because then they have to do like their whole last minute. These are the people who are going to be fighting type shit.
Hmm.
But also, I think we'll probably have to wait until Collision to be sure. But at least I think after Wednesday, we'll know one side of who is going in. So I was
Yeah.
really hoping JY would go as well. JY didn't make it, unfortunately. So yeah,
Yeah. Moxley defeated Jay White on Wednesday, right?
yep. And that was such a good match.
So tell me a little bit more about this because I'm a little bit confused. So because I didn't watch Dynamite. I haven't watched Dynamite the last couple of weeks. I've missed 2 weeks
Mm,
of Dynamite. So
mm.
this tournament, um, Moxley is the Continental Champion, right? So
Yes.
that's one thing. This tournament is for the cup, right? So the winner of this cup gets a shot at John Moxley's Continental Championship.
Um, no.
Okay.
Actually,
I'm
good. No, no, no. That's a good point because I I'm not sure.
yeah, yeah.
I wasn't really. I don't think I really paid attention to the rules. I was under the impression that they were running this because like Moxie's been champion for a while, and they needed a
Mhm.
way to change that without waiting for the next Continental Championship tournament, C3,
Tournament.
C or whatever it's called. That's a good point though. Let's check. Also, to go back
Okay.
to what we were discussing before, Fletcher
Hmm.
did challenge for the AEW championship. He fought Hangman Adam Page.
Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, that's why this Continental Classic thing was kind of weird to me because I'm like, if that's the case, then Moxley's in the tournament. So if Moxley wins this tournament, he's the Cup champion and also the Continental champion. So it's like I'm a little bit confused. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
so um, it's basically the winner takes home the cup and the championship.
so the winner takes the cup and the championship. Is that what?
Yep.
Okay. So they don't have to wrestle Moxley for the
No,
title then.
no, 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 no. In
Got you.
fact,
Okay.
if Moxley gets eliminated, if Moxley got eliminated like last week, for example, we would have a new like Continental Championship by default, actually,
And I'm
because yeah,
guessing they'll probably still have the Continental Tournament at the end of the year as well.
I would be surprised if they don't.
Okay. All right then. I guess that kind of clears it up.
Or I mean, we could see like they're changing it from the I don't think so. We'll see. I was thinking
Yeah.
maybe they're shifting it from the Continental Classic to the Continental Cup as just like a thing that happens. But let's see.
Yeah. I got a quick shout out from the Paranormal. Says it was Hangman Adam Page at All Out Toronto last
Toronto
year.
left here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, yeah.
Alrighty then. That's good to know. All right, the final match that we have on the card so far, Dio, it's a good one because it's the AEW World Trios Championship. Hangman Adam Page, Brody King, and Bandito versus what a lot of people are speculating Swerve Strickland and formerly known as the New Day. Is this when we might get the New Day to team up with Swerve Strickland? Do you think this is how they bring him in?
My mind did not go to that in the slightest. And to answer your question, yes, yes, I think that's a great way to bring him in. You're bringing him in as heels, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Huge thing there, considering their last heel run wasn't the best. You're bringing them in with Swerve, who is a maniacal demon. Um, you're putting them against Hangman, Bandito, Brody, who are just like, it's crazy business, really.
Yeah.
If they win, they get to be trios champions from their debut
Yeah.
and can now become a dominant trio force while they get situated in AEW. And also take the titles off of Hangman, Brody King, and Bandito, who realistically, I don't necessarily, there's no real synergy there as such. They were kind of just thrown together. And also,
Mm-hmm.
representation. Who doesn't like three black folk beating up everybody else?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
My thing, though, sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're good.
My thing, though, is I hope that if they do win, they kind of skip the I hope they hold the titles for a while. Let me put it like that. Because I think the one issue with the Trios Championship is that it often feels like background.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that if they put the titles on Swerve in the New Day or whoever it is with Swerve,
Yeah.
that team holds it for a while and we see like a lengthy reign.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if it's going to be the New Day, then a lengthy reign makes sense because they can get established properly and like all that stuff. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, and it puts more attention on that trios division because let's be honest, I was not really too thrilled. Like when Ricochet and his team had him, I'm like, okay, so but if you put him on the New Day, oh, okay,
No, but
new tag team.
to be fair, that is a good point because I still think that Ricochet and the Demand shouldn't have lost those championships. I don't think so. Apart from the fact that when they were pinning, the guy's shoulder was up. I can't remember who exactly it was, but like it wasn't a clean 1, 2, 3. They should have definitely run that back properly because I don't. Anyway.
So let me ask you this, Dayo, because I feel like I kind of jumped the gun and kind of took over this prediction with the whole New Day idea. But where were you thinking, or where was your mind at before I said that? Knowing that we're gonna get, we don't know who is gonna show up. Who were you thinking it could be?
I wasn't actually. I was just like, okay, cool. Who, where, which 3? I don't. So yeah, that's kind of where I landed, and I just did that because I never know. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I never know. I don't follow like dirt sheets. I'm barely ever on like Twitter and stuff like that. So like, I don't know. I literally all the shows that I watch when it comes to wrestling is exactly what I see, exactly how I feel.
That's
Maybe
it.
after I'll go and listen to like someone on YouTube talk about it, but like for the most part, it's just 1-to-1. And so I had no clue. But the New Day is a good show. I like the New Day. I kind of hope it's not the New Day because now I know that it could be the New Day, and so like I'll kind of be waiting for them to come out, as opposed to if it was like a natural thing. But I'll still be excited regardless. I miss seeing Kofi and Xavier Woods, Austin Creed. Shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true. He's not going to be Kofi Kingston anymore, is he?
No, and I saw something that he trademarked some name, and I don't remember what it is. Let me look it up real quick because that also made people believe, oh, he's coming to AEW for sure because he trademarked something else. He trademarked his real name. Kofi Sarkodie Mensah, KSM.
KSM. That's a baller name.
Yeah.
It's a baller name.
The shortened
so
initial version of his the shortened initial version of his legal name. It's looking like KSM is going to be his new name. So
I like that. I like that. KSM. Yeah. I like that. And if they're not calling KSM, they could just call him Kofi. Sorry, and it still works regardless. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that.
So the only other question I have for you when it comes to this trios match is if it is the New Day. There is one more Dynamite left. Do you think it would be better to bring them in the Dynamite before to make it official, or wait until All In at Wembley for the big surprise pop?
Wait until All In. 100% wait until All In. 100%. Because the pop is going to be insane. Let's just get that right out there. The pop is going to be insane. But also, if the Hangman and Bandito and Brody King lose, then it's not very. They're faces, so they'll never do this. But it can be argued that they deserve another chance because they didn't know who they were facing.
Right.
There's no real general manager the way we have it in WWE, but it could be argued. It could be argued.
Yeah. I think the people would be really happy, regardless if they come in as the New Day comes in as heels, and if they win the trios titles, even if it is Hangman and Brodito, I think the people would pop for that, or
One
maybe
hundred
not.
percent.
Or
No,
yeah,
I
because
think they would. I think they would. But that's what I'm saying. Like if they win, if they pop, if they bring them in Dynamite, they might lose some of that like shine. If you get what I'm saying, like they might like the crowd will have time to acclimatize to the fact that they're here, and so putting the titles on them is going to be a harder sell. Whereas if you just show them, they're like, boom, they're here, guys. What are you going to do now? And then the crowd is like, oh my god, it's the New Day, but also, oh my god, they're bad. So who am I supposed to cheer for? And so then like they win, and then the crowd is like boo, but also like yay, and yeah.
yeah. No, I get you. I get what you're coming from. Yeah. I was just I think that's what they're gonna end up doing. Wait until Wembley. But I was just like, I wonder if they would be crazy enough to bring him in before. But
I like it. I like
it's
it a lot.
yeah, it's gonna be good, man. So those are the matches that we have so far for All In. 9 matches. We just went over it here on Snug Wrestling with Dio. One more
Nine
Dynamite
matches.
left. Like always, Dio, every time I talk to you, we do these AEW predictions. I'm always like, at first, I'm like 50-50. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. And then after I'm done talking to you, I'm like, okay, I definitely, I have to watch it. So fuck, man. Thanks for
I
that.
don't know. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
I'm sold, bro. I'm sold. I'm going to have to watch All In, bro, for
I'm a
sure,
fan.
man.
But like it helps that like the matches are usually pretty. Like pay per views and AEW are like they don't miss. So
Yeah.
like yeah, it gets easier. It's easier to tell people, oh, check out this pay per view when you know that they have a history of doing good pay per views.
Yeah. So thanks for that, Dio. Like always, it's a pleasure and a great time chopping it up, wrestling with you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Before we
it.
get out of here, dog, is there anything else that we miss when it comes to All In or anything in general?
No, I think we got everything. But if you weren't aware, All In is finna be gas. All In is finna be gas. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. All In finna be gas. And then obviously you and I are gonna talk about it immediately after. So there's that.
Hell yeah, we definitely are, dude. Well, with that, that was All In Predictions. Once again, here with Dayo Adebola at Snug Wrestling. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Happy All In August and Wrestling Week. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.
Peace.